Welcome back to another episode of Buddies Off the Leash. As pet parents, we all want our dogs to be safe, whether it's rolling in the yard, going for a walk, or just being outdoors. Today, our guest on Buddies Off the Leash is Audrey Hall, owner of Eco Serve Pest Services. And she's here today to talk about all the things you can do to keep your dog safe this summer. Audrey, welcome to Buddies Off the Leash. We're so happy to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit about Eco Serve Pest Services and how it started?
Yeah, so Eco Serve has been around since I was 4 years old.
Wow.
I'm not going to give you that number because it's going to age me. But it is a company that my dad had growing up. And I kind of fell in love with the people side of the business and meeting people out and about and their families and their pets. And you just got to grow up with them and then fell in love with the solving problems portion of it. And we've sort of grown the business and now we're in all throughout Western New York, taking care of homes and businesses and keeping our loved ones safe.
Yeah. One of those businesses would be our own business.
Absolutely.
Over at North French, our headquarters for Buddies and Buddy and Friends Daycare. You do preventative pest services for us. And we actually just had to call you last week because we had a little bit of an ant problem, which is typical in the summer.
And all of Western New York.
Yeah.
Our phones have been lighting
Really?
up. Yeah, the weather shifts and the weather shifts and all of a sudden the bugs wake up. And so a lot of times if you have a nest in your yard or in your home in the walls and the ants start to move, hi buddy, it's okay. We can take a pause because this is Franklin.
Yes.
And Franklin is a buddy's dog. And we just got him a couple months ago and he's the sweetest boy. But he's upset about the ants as well. So when they start to wake up, they start getting in people's homes and making a mess. And that's when we get the phone call. And we're out there taking care of it.
And I want to say thank you because you sent somebody out immediately.
Yeah.
And it's very important because we have so many animals in the building, dogs in the building that, we wanted to make sure that everybody was safe.
Well, and that's it too. I think you have this responsibility.
Yeah.
As a business owner, where you have guests and people's family members that are coming in throughout the day. And it's really important that you're protecting that space from pests. And unfortunately, there's a number of pests out there that can bring in pretty serious diseases and bacterias. And I want to try to eliminate that as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Just go. You don't have to be here. You can
Live your life, please.
Off the leash, right? Dogs off the leash. I love you.
When you were talking about you love the people side of what you do, I want to say that's funny because it's the whole opposite for me.
Right?
It's the people side that ruin it for me. It's the dogs that I do. Okay. Did being a dog owner influence you in any way when it came to building the business and making it bigger and what it is today?
Yeah. So if you take a look at our logo, it actually has a black lab caricature on there. And I've grown up with labs my entire life. We have a place on Lake Ontario. They just run. We just let them go and they do their thing. And so when we got a black lab puppy, 8 years ago now. His name is Theo. And we had our logo and we thought, a large majority of our customers have animals. They have dogs. It's really important for us to sort of give this sense of like comfort and care. And we're not just there to take care of your bug problem, but we're there to really protect your home and your family. And a lot of times that comes with dogs. And so it was a no-brainer for us to hire like an artist to actually create Theo into this caricature. And he's evolved. He's actually at the office right now, making sure people are answering the phones and taking care of our customers. He's sleeping. He's snoring.
Doing his work.
He's not doing anything. Probably getting in the trash. But there's so much emotion behind our pets in general. And one of our hiring questions is, do you love dogs? You got to love dogs to work at Eco Serve.
I love it.
And I think it's a true testament to, I think, someone's personality too. I feel like if you don't like dogs, I got some questions. So we try to keep it very, very focused towards protecting our animals. And the other thing too is dogs get into way more. Most of the time, in my case, I'm a mom as well to a 10-year-old. Dogs get into more stuff than kids. Yeah. So there's more of a heightened sense of security because dogs are getting into everything, whether it's outside, whether it's inside, whether it's cupboards that you don't want them to be on. They're, clearing countertops. That's my dog. So making sure that we're being very mindful of that from a pest control standpoint is something that we train on every single day. It's something that we're super mindful of.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So many parents are concerned, pet parents in general, are concerned about what is in the products that is used when it comes to spraying and leaving and, whatever it takes to get rid of the, pests and ants and things like that. Can you talk about what they should be concerned about and what they shouldn't be concerned about when they use Eco Serve?
Yeah, for sure. I think the big thing for me, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I will say, maybe 15, 20 years ago, it was a much different story. I think in general, there was this concept of just being able to go out to someone's home, don't ask questions, and that's it. And if you get it everywhere, it's got to do something, right? And there's so much more science behind it now. There's so much more thought process into the formulations that are being put out there, and there's so much more training. At Eco Serve, it's critical for us, for our new hires, anyone who's coming on board with us, to go through an extensive training process so that they are extremely aware of what they're doing out in the field. But then in addition to that, it's so much more than that as in the pest control world. Okay. There's so much education behind it. There's so much more investigative elements to finding out whether you have a pest problem or not. And being able to have that knowledge and the ability to go into someone's home and say, let me take a look around. The first 10 minutes of our service is just taking a look, investigating, and taking a look from the outside to say, do we see any ants trailing around? Do we see any spider webs that could be indicative of a bigger issue? Yeah. Are there any conditions around someone's home that, they're not necessarily looking for, but that's our job to say, hey, Mrs. Smith, we noticed that you got the wood pile in the back corner of your house. It's been there for a couple months. I'm assuming no one's been back there. It's probably a good idea. You got ants crawling all over it. It's probably a good idea to move that away from the structure. Or, maybe let's chop this leaf area down a little bit. Why? Because taller blades of grass are going to be carrying ticks on them. And if you're reducing the size of the grass, if you're keeping your lawn mowed, it's going to really reduce the tick population in places where they can rest and latch onto the wildlife and unfortunately our dogs.
Yeah. And I know that coming up every year, I feel like they say the same thing. This year is going to be a bad year for ticks.
Bad year.
So if it's going to be a bad year in general, obviously you want to do what you have to do to eliminate whatever issues you have to prevent that. Yeah. Ticks, fleas, anything like that. Because, I know that in our rescue that we see diseases that are tick-borne diseases, and dogs get very sick from that.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's it's becoming more and more of an issue in general. I'm happy to see that there's awareness around it though. And I'm happy to see that, pet owners, parents, we're checking our kids when they come inside. That's a huge way to help prevent any further issues that may come up from tick-borne illnesses such as Lyme disease. I know that's a really big concern for a lot of people. I have a cousin who's lived with it for the majority of her life, and it could be really debilitating at times.
There's a lot of side effects from it that can make you sick. So when you have these issues, obviously getting something done as like a preventative service with your company can prevent those things from arising. Yeah. And, like I said, being with the dog rescue, it's something we see all the time. So using flea and tick preventative on our animals is also a great way to prevent that, but nothing is foolproof. No. So everything you can do to be preemptive about that is going to be helpful for your animals.
There's so many things you can do. Ticks especially. Yeah. When you're outside, make sure your dogs aren't roaming into that taller grass. And if they are, make sure you're checking them. Underneath their armpits and their pads of their paws, behind their ears are really hot spots for those ticks to be nesting inside of or to burrow into. If as soon as they come in, make sure you're doing those checks. I know I've got 2 black dogs. It's extremely difficult. But luckily with the mud these days, I am I'm cleaning off 8 paws like 4 times a day.
I've got 16.
Yeah, I can't. That's too many paws for me. It's too many paws. But I'm able, at that time, I'm able to check all of the areas and make sure that they're in good shape. And, you know, like you said, it's not foolproof, but there's a lot of different things that you can do. Keep the lawn nice and clear. Make sure that, you know, with kids especially, you know, make sure that they're, you know, even around the playgrounds and stuff, weed whacking around that area, keep it nice and low. We've got a lot of wildlife moving through the area, and that brings in a lot of tick activity.
Absolutely.
The heavy moisture, rising temperatures, that's creating this perfect environment for their reproduction. And so you kind of get this whole, like, it's
perfect
all the
storm,
things.
yeah.
In Western New York, we have this perfect storm. It's right now where everything just sort of builds up. And then all of a sudden, we're all outside again, right? Everyone's been inside for way too long. And now we're all outside.
Months.
Yeah.
And then we're back
feels
inside.
like 14, but yes. Yeah, I mean, that's the... we have beautiful summers here. Everyone wants to be outside. But there's certainly a lot of things that a homeowner can do, even without having a pest control company come in to keep them safe. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So Audrey, I know a lot of our pet parents are concerned. What makes pest products pet safe?
Yeah, I think it truly comes out to be the user. Okay. Who is using the products. I think that, you know, just like anything in a field where there's you know, a sensitive environment that we're going into, right? You know, whether it's an HVAC company working on your home or someone coming in to clean your carpets, you want to know that the people that are coming into your space are highly trained and are certified, and they're people that you can trust. And one of the things that makes a real big difference here at Eco Serve is that I trust our people implicitly. I think that they're fully trained. We are above and beyond what the industry standard is. But I think that's really important. I think having a true understanding of what we're doing, where we're putting it, and being able to go into an environment and ask the right questions of the homeowner. You know, the other thing too is that every house is going to be a little bit different, right? Whether it's the structure of the house, whether it's the city or town that it's in, whether it's in the city by a restaurant where you may have pressure from rats and dumpsters, or whether you're out in the country and field mice are a real concern. Okay. So all of those things, being super educated, having highly trained folks that can come in and take a look and say, this is what you have an issue with. We're going to identify what exactly the problem is. And then we're going to give you some suggestions that you can also work on yourself. And then, oh, by the way, we're going to use some products, but we're going to use them in a very specific manner. And we're going to be putting them in the places where the pests are, and we're not putting them in the places where the pests are not. Okay. Because the thing about pest control, about structural pest control, is we're not a lawn company. We're not coming in to spray your lawn. We're specifically there to protect your home and your structure.
And you're targeting specific areas and specific things.
And we know that bugs aren't necessarily going to be hanging out in the lawn, right? And so we know that there's more, there's way more spots around someone's home, like dense shrubbery, right? Or like around windows and door frames. Those are super specific spots where we're putting material, keeping windows and doors closed, making sure the pets are inside while we're doing the treatment. But once the product dries, it binds to the surface, and the dogs are good to go outside. You won't notice that, they won't even know that it's there. There's no odor associated with it. And so that alone, I think, one of the reasons why we have thousands and thousands of homeowners here in Western New York that trust Eco Serve. Yeah.
And I will say, just from our personal experience, is that when you came to our facility to spray, it was a discussion that I had with you and I had with Connor, the gentleman who came out to spray, was, you know, where are we okay to spray where the dogs might not be? Yeah. And where the dogs mainly concentrated, that we know not to go in that area. Yeah. And it was fantastic. And that's why, you know, I trust you and I trust Eco Serve, because I know that you're looking out for those things. It's not just about making money, and it's not just about the business. It's about the family and the community of it, because you want the animals that are in our home already to be safe. And that, you know, everybody is going to come out of this and you're going to take care of the problem, but everybody involved, and it's going to be safe in the end.
Absolutely. And as a mom to an amazing 10-year-old daughter and 2 dogs at home, we just lost our chocolate lab at 13 years old. Dogs are the best thing. I think we both can agree they're better than people. And they are just, they're what brings so much joy, so much peace at the end of a stressful day. They are, I can't say enough about what impact dogs have on our lives. And obviously what you guys do at Buddies is something that really aligns well with us and our customers. And as a proud Buddies two-time Buddies family, can't say enough about the process and the dogs. And that makes a lot of homes in Western New York really happy.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We love you guys. Thank you. So say I have you come spray the yard. We're spraying for specifically, say, ticks or fleas or, something in the yard we saw, which we were like, we should probably get this taken care of.
Yeah.
If you come and spray and we do have dogs in the home, how long after you spray are the dogs safe to go outside and be around those products?
Yeah, absolutely. So here at Eco Serve, label's a law. We're following the label of that product we're using.
Good.
For mosquito and ticks specifically, it's an all organic product. So it's actually botanical oils that we are applying to different areas that are very hot spots for these ticks and mosquitoes. Dense shrubbery, tree foliage, the grass line where you had those taller blades of grass, really focusing on those areas. We say, give the label basically says, wait for it to dry. On a nice sunny warm day, 15, 20 minutes. I mean, we could even be out of your driveway and it's dry and you're good to go. Okay. Same with the other products that we're applying on the house. Again, it's structural. It's really specific to the foundation of the house, windows and door frames, those specific areas. Hour, maybe. Yeah. It's a wait for it to dry thing. But the mosquito and tick service, you really can open your windows back up right away. You can go outside. Dogs can enjoy the outdoor living, that sort of thing.
It's amazing that it happens that quickly. So people don't have to worry about keeping their dogs in the home for 6 hours, that nobody can leave the home. They're a prisoner of their own home until the product is dry and it's safe to be outside. So nice warm day, give it a half hour and you should be good to go.
Absolutely. It's heavily diluted with water. We're not hosing the place down.
Yeah.
It's really specific application in specific spots. But that botanical oil-based product does a really nice job.
Amazing.
Reducing the populations.
In 90 seconds, Audrey, what are your top tips to keep your yard pest-free without compromising your dog's safety?
Yeah, I mean, I have got so many tips that you don't need to call us. All right, so don't call us. It's terrible advertising, isn't it? But my thing with pest control is there's so much homeowners can do. Take a walk around your house. Yeah. Take a look if there's tree branches touching your home. Get out there and clip them away from the house. It's a highway for carpenter ants for sure. We have a ton of carpenter ants in our area, but other insects as well.
Okay.
So get that off of the structure. Take a look at your gutters. If they're clogged, if there's leaf debris inside of them, an inch of standing water can create a lovely oasis for mosquitoes. Okay. Keeping your yard trimmed. I know that it's tough because grass grows like crazy in the spring. Yeah. But keeping that, if you have an issue with ticks and you know that it's a reoccurring thing, keeping your lawn mowed and keeping your kids and pets away from those tall grass blades can really help quite a bit. I would also say any type of leaf litter in general, picking that up, removing it off of the surface. If you have garbage totes that are overturned, again, a place for water, a place where you can collect water and create a lot of moisture issues, a number of issues that you can have with that. There's just so many things that us as homeowners, if we're taking a look around the outside of the house, if we see a gap around a window or door frame and you put some clear silicone caulk in there, that could prevent a yellow jacket issue from becoming really substantial later on in the season. It doesn't take much, but knowing that if something does come up, we're a phone call, we're a text, homing pigeon, whatever you got to do. Yeah. We're here.
Excellent. Did you know that your dogs can contract heartworm disease by being bitten by an infected mosquito? The way to prevent these diseases from happening is to keep your dogs on monthly heartworm preventative. This is the best way to protect your dog from heartworm disease. Up next, Buffalo sports personality Sal Capaccio and his family are here with Bernie, their buddy's adopted dog.
So this is Bernie. He is a Great Pyrenees mountain dog, and we discovered him while I was doing a podcast out in Orchard Park, and Buddy's Second Chance Rescue had a pop-up tent. And we had no idea we were gonna leave with a dog that day back in, I think, early October 2025. But here we are, and Max fell in love with him, and then we fell in love with Bernie right after Max did.
I first saw him and I was like, wow, this dog's like really cute. Our dog Roxy like died a year before, and I was like, Mom, I really just like this dog. He's just like, he's calm, unlike our other dog Roxy, who would like bark all the time. And he doesn't really bark, he's just like really calm. And the lady was like, yeah, he's a real gentleman. And I was like, okay. And I talked to my mom and I was like, Mom, I really just like love this dog. And she was like, okay, well then let's get him.
Every morning when Max gets up for school, he gets out of bed, he goes downstairs on the couch, he puts a blanket on him to lay down more, and Bernie jumps on the blanket and lays on top of Max. That's their ritual. Every morning, they like to lay with each other on the couch for probably about 20 minutes before Max then actually gets up and goes to school. So Bernie loves his morning time with Max.
You'll see that I came down and just lay on top of him.
And Max teaches him tricks, and he now knows how to stand there and Max will toss him a treat and he'll grab it with his mouth and catch it in the air. Max taught him how to kind of lay down and get down on the ground.
We took him to obedience classes, so Max did a lot of work with him. So yeah, he has a really good temperament too. So
and he's now a trained citizen dog.
Yeah, he has this like good citizen certification.
Yes.
So yeah, I took him to Western New York Heroes and worked with him for 6 to 8 weeks to get his the Canine Good Citizen certification. Just teaching him how to act around other dogs and how to get him around other dogs, used to other dogs, and just being able to listen to us so we can take him places. Bernie is well known around children's sports because we try to take him everywhere. So he's just got a really good temperament. He's just a great dog.
We call him the big baby Bernie. He is a big baby though. And that's okay. We love the fact that he's a big baby. He's a really big dog, and sometimes they can be intimidating, but Bernie is truly a gentle giant. Anytime you can give a dog a second chance, an animal a second chance, and it's right for you to be able to do that you could take care of that animal, I think you should really think about doing it because there's so many animals out there who don't get those second chances. That's number one. Number two, if you're going to do that, I think that there's no better place to go than Buddies. They're really gonna make sure that it's the right animal for you, the right dog for you, and that you're gonna have that personal relationship and connection.
It's been really amazing watching Max with a dog again, right? Roxy, when we had her, he was younger, so this is also like the perfect age for him to have a dog, and they're best buds.
He's everything, really. He's like the best dog I could ever have, and I like how he's like crazy all the time, well, most of the time, and how he just lays down with me, and yeah, like that.
Like that.
And he's just the best dog I could really ever ask for.
Okay, up next is our DIY project of the episode. Today we're gonna make a homemade bandana for your dog. Yay. And today we have currently adoptable pup, Lorenzo, AKA Potato. And the reason we call him Potato is because he has a potato butt. I'm ready.
Julie, are you ready?
Potato Lorenzo's ready.
Potato, baby, are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we got this really fun design on this t-shirt. Oh no.
The bad scissors.
Are you sure these are the bad scissors? Because I think, okay, hold on. I'm a lefty, which means everything does not work for me. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Are you really left-handed?
Yeah, I am.
My whole family's left-handed. I'm the only right-handed person. Isn't it weird?
I don't know.
What Audrey is doing is she is taking an old t-shirt and she laid it flat, and it's very soft, it's cottony, and it's stretchy, and she's cutting a triangle, and we're making it big enough to fit around the puppy's neck. And this way you're making a homemade bandana. And Potato's ready. Oh, and look at the cute design. I think it's so cute.
You are so cute. Oh, little buddy.
And I don't know if you're into fishing or not, but it's got a little fisherman on it.
Oh, honey. Potato, you're so cute. Look at you. We're gonna go fishing.
Stop. It's like a bib.
Life is good.
Life is good, especially when you're a rescue dog.
And you've got a little potato butt.
We're so happy.
Cute.
Thank you, Audrey, for joining us today. As you can tell, she's one of our very dear friends, and we're very happy to be able to partner with her.
Aw.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We just want to say thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Buddies Off the Leash, where we talk about everything dogs here in Western New York. We also want to say a heartfelt thank you to our dear friend Audrey Hall from Eco Serve Pest Services. She's an amazing partner and we love working with her and her team. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode.